Today's reflection comes from Pastor Nick Park. He is the Executive Director of Evangelical Alliance Ireland, and he pastors a church in Drogheda. Today's reading is from Luke's Gospel, chapter 7, verses 18 to 23. The disciples of John reported all these things to him. So John summoned two of his disciples and sent them to the Lord to ask, "Are you the one who is to come, or are we to wait for another?" When the men had come to him, they said, "John the Baptist has sent us to you to ask, 'Are you the one who is to come, or are we to wait for another?'" Jesus had just then cured many people of diseases, plagues, and evil spirits, and had given sight to many who were blind. And he answered them, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor have good news brought to them. And blessed is anyone who takes no offense at me." Now let's listen to Pastor Nick.
Hi, my name is Nick Park. I'm pastor of a church in Drogheda in County Louth, and I'm delighted to be a part of Walking Advent with the Scriptures. You know, in Luke's Gospel, when we read the passage in chapter 7 from verses 18 to 23, we find this verse that says, "Go tell what you have seen and heard." Because there is a power in our witness and testimony to what we have seen that goes beyond mere knowledge, that goes beyond just what we can read in a book, whenever we share what we've actually seen and heard. That has a unique ability to touch people's hearts. A few years ago, I was in the United States and I was at a church event, and I was sitting down having a cup of coffee before the event began, and there was this old man beside me. And I got chatting with him, and it turned out that he had been in the US military during the Second World War, and he was one of the soldiers that fought in what was known as the Battle of the Bulge. Now, there's a famous movie about that, and I've seen the movie, and I've read history books that talk about that battle, and I thought I knew about it pretty well, until this old man began just talking about his experiences. And for him, it was as if it had happened yesterday. And he told me how that battle took place in winter, how they hadn't been equipped with winter clothing, how they were suffering from frostbite. He was colder than he had ever been in his life. He was afraid. And just as he shared his very real and very raw experiences, I came to understand what happened in that battle more than any history book or movie could ever have portrayed it. Because this man was talking about what he had seen or heard. And you know, when we go beyond all the books about Jesus and all the clever arguments about Jesus and everything else, I found that one of the most effective things for helping people to come more into a living experience of Jesus for themselves is just to tell them what we have seen and heard, the things that Jesus has done in my life, the prayers that he's answered, the situations that he has turned around, the tough times that I've gone through, and he's helped me so I can come out the other side. Truly, it is as true today as it was 2,000 years ago that God wants us to go and tell people what we have seen and heard. And this Advent, what a wonderful time for letting people know that the King is coming and that we have seen his works, we have heard his word, and he has helped change our lives. God bless you.